Coming into this week with playing Lowell tomorrow, we're going to try to, I'd say, a little bit of a bounce back. It was a tough week. It was a disjointed week with the Thanksgiving break. Guys trying to give the guys their time off as well as respecting their time with their families, and also trying to prepare for a couple of games that were important games for us. And the Brown game on a Tuesday night here at the WIT, not an easy one to play. They played extremely well, and unfortunately we didn't play as well as we could have, but we came back to get that point, which was really positive. I thought it showed us a great sign of our ability to stay with things. We've had that a lot this year where we've been able to come back late in games, and I think that really bodes well for the future for our team. And then on Saturday we played a really good Merrimack team. And they played very hard. They make it I don't want to say a boring game, but they make it a difficult game to play offensively because there's so little ice through the neutral zone. The neutral zone is usually the zone where we like to make a lot of our offense happen, and they just didn't give us that room and space to do that. So, again, another testament to our team that they were able to get through that and be patient, which in the past we haven't been a very patient team. We haven't been able to score offensively. Sometimes we've lost our focus, and I thought in this game the real positive was we kept our focus, we stayed with it until finally breaking through, and then obviously getting the winner later. Again, against a very good Merrimack team who I think is going to be there at the end, and someone's maybe hosting a series, but not someone you want to come host if you're in that position either. So really positive. And then we're very excited obviously about coming up and playing Lowell, a rink that hasn't been very kind to us in the past, but we played very well the last time we were there. Difficult 2-1 game, but a game I thought that we really played well in, and we're excited about going back down there and trying to match that result.
More detail about that last game at Lowell and kind of what obviously they haven't had a lot of success wise and stuff this year, but what kind of team are they? What do you expect?
You know what? They're a young team. I think that's a challenge for them. They're a young team, and I think if you remember Lowell a few years ago, the way their classes have broken down, they've been young for 2 years, and they've gotten very experienced and had 2 pretty good years. So they've had 2 rough years, 2 good years, and right now they're in a very young year. They skate well. They have a lot of players who play very hard. I think that the difference for them this year versus a year ago is they don't have a lot of finish. They don't have a lot of guys who you can go to. And one of the strengths at the University of New Hampshire historically, and again this year, is we have a number of guys who can score. And I don't think right now Lowell's still trying to find that identity. And while they're searching for that, they haven't been as successful as they have been in the past. No doubt in my mind they will be. Essentially, hopefully not this week. But I think that they will find it because they have a lot of talent. They just haven't found their identity yet. So we played them before. We were able to really control the puck, really control the pace of the play. Danny Carr was their goalie. He played extremely well in that game, as did Matty DiGirolamo. So I think it'll be another battle between the two of them. And obviously we need to continue with our offensive pace of play and try to take it to them.
Well, I think we've kind of recognized the last couple weeks we haven't had the intensity we've want, and we've kind of haven't played our best hockey for 60 minutes the last couple weeks, and that's something we've really focused on this week, and we're going to try to focus on these last 3 games before break. We really want to have a good finish for the first half before break, so we're looking forward to going to Lowell tomorrow. We played pretty well last game against them. We just weren't able to find the back of the net, so hopefully it'll be a lot more of that, except we can do some more scoring as well.
What do you think it's been the last couple of weeks? Anything in particular, or anything in particular looking to change?
I think our defensive zone, we've been, haven't been the sharpest, and offensively we just haven't been able to get guys in front of the net, pucks on net as much as we did at the start of the year. So I think those are 2 areas that we've gotten away from a little bit that we're going to focus on.
What do you think that is, that you haven't gotten people in front of the net or shots?
We've talked this week a little bit, and I think it's been just the intensity. We haven't been quite as hungry, and our practice level and our game level hasn't quite been the same. And I think that's resulted in what how the games have gone the last couple weeks.
Is that sometimes a function of the length of the season and kind of how the season breaks out? You like to say now you can put a kind of target on 3 games, and then you have a long break.
Right. Yeah, I think so. I think anytime you have a long season like we do, there's definitely ups and downs, and we've definitely kind of hit. Not that we've been playing very bad, but we've kind of hit the point where we've recognized some mistakes that we've made repeatedly for a few games that we want to improve on, and knowing that we only have a couple more games before break, that we want to clean up those areas so we can go into break on a good note.
You kind of take that upon yourself as captain to rejuvenate everyone and to let them know that you need to step it up.
Yeah, I definitely do, and as well as the whole senior class, we've all been here for 3 years, and we know what it takes to get out of, kind of I wouldn't say we're in a slump, but just kind of in that time period when you start making a few mistakes, and we're just gonna work hard and practice and push each other and push all the rest of the guys.
One of the things that's tangible maybe is the second periods in the last 3 games. I think we've been outscored a lot. The last game you weren't outscored, but you're outshot heavily. I mean, is that just kind of an oddity of statistics, or is it?
Well, I think the things that we've just talked about have kind of been most evident in the second period, and that's what has been the reason why the games have gone the way they have. And I think that might be just a lack of focus, or I don't know exactly what it is, but we've kind of realized the things that we're doing and some things that we're not doing and what we need to do to fix them.
Zach, talk about Lowell a little bit. You played them once, get them tomorrow down there.
Yeah, I mean, they're a tough team to play against, especially at their rink. They play a real defensive system, and it can be tough to play down there. But last time was big win down there, and we need 2 points this week too.
What do they do? What makes them tough in that rink? Especially.
They just play real tough in their own end, and they're a hard team to play against. They're always getting the puck deep and hard on the forecheck, and they defend their zone well, and it's always usually a low scoring game down there, and it's never a fun game, but you got to play our game and hopefully come away with the win.
Mike was commenting on your second periods in the past couple of games haven't been your best period you played. He wasn't sure if it was a lack of focus or what, but he said it's something that you guys have been working on. Do you have any insight onto what's been happening now?
Yeah, I think there's no excuse for the way we've played the last 3 second periods. I know 2 games in a row before last game we let up 4 in a row, 4 goals each second period for 2 games in a row. And last game second period wasn't we got way outshot, and Maddie kept us in it. There's definitely no excuse, no rhyme or reason as to why that should be happening. But we really did pick up our game. I think overall, the last couple weeks we've been getting wins, but not playing as well as we can. And I think the whole team effort needs to be there this weekend.
It would seem that it seems like it would be a pretty good position to be in, where you're getting some points and you had a rally against Brown and stuff. Yet there are things to work on. So you're moving up in the rankings and moving up in the league. But it's a good spot to be in, to be playing okay, well enough to get points, but still seeing plenty of things to improve on.
Exactly. Yeah, we know that early in the year I think we were playing very well. We were getting contributions from a wide variety of players on different lines, and as of late our first line's been playing very well and stepping up for us. But I think the whole team needs to pick it up, and we can be a lot better. The coaches know that, and the players know that, and moving forward, to finish up the second half of the first half of the year, before break. There's definitely a lot of things to work on, and that's very positive because we are still getting points and still winning games. But we can be better, and we're going to work for that.